Hello, my people. Hello, my friends. Welcome back to having our podcast show. Today is a special day. We have reached the end of our incredible season 1 of the Everyday Leader journey. And what a journey it has been. We have spent the past 9 powerful episodes together, unpacking the meaning of leadership. We started with a simple question: what is an everyday leader? And we have explored so much together, from defining leadership as an everyday choice to understanding that it all starts with you. We have laid the groundwork for a new way of thinking. This season, we have learned that leadership isn't just about title or position, but a conscious decision to guide yourself and others with purpose. And today, I want us to reflect, to bring it all together and set the stage for where we are going. In episode 1, we began with the most important person you will ever lead, and that is yourself. And that leadership isn't just about titles, it is about influence. It's about guiding yourself before you can guide others. As Michael Gibbard said, the first and most important person you can lead or you must lead is yourself. We look at the words of Peter Drucker, who said, "You cannot manage other people's performance unless you first manage your own." This season has been a powerful reminder that self-awareness is the first step on the path of becoming an effective leader. We also look at leadership being more than just a title, where we learn that people-centered leaders matter more than position. John Maxwell taught us that leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. And we said, titles may open doors, but it's character, trust, and credibility that keep the door open. Titles just opened it. But to keep it more open, you need a good character, you need trust, you need influence, you need credibility. Then you also look at a challenge we call the mirror test. We ask the big question: if you walk into a room and someone exactly like you is leading or was leading the people, will you wholeheartedly follow them? Your answer to that question is a powerful indicator of your leadership potential. That reflection will reveal that leadership is about accountability, sacrifice, and the courage to model what you want others to see in you or what you want to see in others. Leading oneself, we empathize self-awareness, the courage to admit our flaws and grow from them. Warren Bennis reminded us, the most dangerous leadership myth is that leaders are born, that there is a genetic factor to leadership. In fact, the opposite is true. Leaders are made rather than born. Warren Bennis told us that there is no genetic factor in leadership. We don't inherit leadership. We make leaders. We build leaders. Then we look at the foundation. By exploring the essential qualities of an everyday leader, we discovered that leadership is about being people-centered and not self-centered. It's about building trust. It's about earning respect through your actions. Simon Sinek's wisdom resonated with us, where he said leadership is not about being in charge. Leadership is about taking care of those in your charge. So we tried in this season to discover and make leadership a common ground for everybody. So simple that everybody who is trying to be a leader will factor and understand. Then we embrace that true leadership is a lifelong learning process. We spoke about building strong relationships, communicating effectively, and leading by example. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. We also learned that accountability and transparency are non-negotiable. You can't expect your team to be accountable if you are not. You can't expect your team to be transparent if you aren't. When you are willing to make sacrifices for the greater good of your team and own your mistakes, you create a loyalty with your team that is unbreakable. Leadership is not just sweet talks. It's not just owning titles. It takes a lot to be a leader. We face the dilemma of every leader, balancing big visions with the hard realities of life. Are your people following you? Are your people truly learning? Or you are leaving them behind? Where John Maxwell said, leaders must be close enough to relate to others, but far enough to motivate them. Be close enough to your followers, but also make sure that you are ahead of them to motivate them. Don't leave them behind. Don't let them derail your progress. Make sure you are moving with them, but also setting the pace. And that led us to navigating the delicate balance between vision and reality. As a leader, you must find a way to inspire your team to walk the path that they may be more difficult than they initially imagined. Because when you are building your team, they think the path is just lined up with gold and diamond and bauxite. But when they join, that is where the reality hits them. And as a leader, you have to manage to find a way to bring them into the reality, to let them accept the reality and be ready to move with the reality. The true art of leadership is not about running fast, but about knowing when to slow down and when to pull people along. As Nelson Mandela said, lead from the back and let others believe that they are in front. It's not asking you to sleep at the back. It's telling you, be a leader who is leading from the back. Let them believe they are leading, but you are the leader. Let them know that you are working with them. So leadership is all about shining the light and helping others to keep it burning. Leaders and managers. We drew the fine line between leadership and management. We looked at the difference between leaders and managers. With Warren Bennett's insight that managers are people who do things right, leaders are people who do the right thing. Leaders focus on the why, managers focus on the how. We need both for success. We need both management and leadership to succeed. Throughout this season, we broke free from the fixed mindset and embraced the growth mindset, where Carol Dweck showed us that talent may open the door, but effort keeps us climbing. Talents will just open the door, but effort will keep you moving. We reminded ourselves that I can fail, but I am not a failure. And you can only fail if you develop a growth mindset and begin to take opportunities. The success that you do not achieve might be an opening for a greater success ahead of you. As a leader, you need to acknowledge that you are not better than your followers. That is shattering the illusion that leaders are always right. Leaders aren't always right. Leaders will be wrong. I will be wrong. You will be wrong. Yes, you will be wrong. We came to accept the fundamental truth that we are not always right. As leaders, we must embrace our own fallibility and actively seek correction. This isn't a weakness, no. Embracing your own weakness is not a weakness. It is the bedrock of genuine leadership. We must lead with humility and a willingness to accept our wrong, be wrong and accept it. Socrates said, with his wisdom, that the only true wisdom is in knowing that you know nothing. Real leadership requires humility, openness, and collaboration. So after all this, what is the big lesson for the season? Effective leadership it's not about standing on a pedestal of perceived perfection. It's about continuous journey of self-reflection and a commitment of helping others to succeed. You have the power to transform from a mere decision maker into a true catalyst for collective success. Leadership, once again, is not about perfection. It is about influence. It's about progress. It's about understanding, communication, building a coherent team. It is not about being in charge. It's about taking care of those who are in your charge, as Simon Sinek reminded us. Leadership is about leading with humility, vision, and growth. It's about recognizing that every day offers a chance to lead better, influence deeper, and serve greater. As we close season 1 of The Everyday Leader, I want to thank you for walking this journey with me. You have laid the foundation. Self-leadership, people-centered leadership, accountability, growth, humility. But this is only the beginning. In season 2, we will build on these lessons and go even deeper into strategies, habits, and stories that make everyday leaders thrive in the real-world challenge. We bring these stories from across the nation, across the country, across Africa probably, and many more ahead of us. So as I always say, stay tuned because the journey continues. We are building a community of everyday leaders, and we want you, your family, and your friends to be a part of it. Thank you for being with me in this movement and this journey. Until next time, remember that you are a leader every single day. I am your host, Yusuf Caesar, and this is Happy Now.